Okay, in this game we are playing with the black pieces. The opponent plays e4, so we will try playing the Scandinavian defense with a d5. Now the opponent immediately gives us a check, which is not a good move because we can simply block with the pawn. And now that bishop is forced to move. And now that is simply a free pawn. Now we can also develop our knight to f6, and although this knight is not able to go to c6, this is completely fine, as their bishop is stranded at the edge of the board. Now our opponent plays d3, so we will simply take that pawn, and we are now cleanly a pawn up. Now our opponent is taking a while to think. Here, I will simply trade the queens and then develop my other pieces. Now this will be a very plain endgame, as the queens are off the board, but that means I do not have to worry too much about keeping my king safe, although castling would still be a good idea. I can develop my bishop here to attack the pawn. Their bishop at the side of the board is not currently doing anything, so I can just leave it there. There is no need for me to play b5 to force it to move, as that would allow it to arrive at a more active square. Now here they attack my pawn, and if they take, then their knight arrives at a more active square, allowing it to also attack my bishop, forcing it to move. So instead, I'm considering two moves here. Three moves. Either a knight to defend it, bishop to defend it, or push the pawn forward. I will develop my knight to defend this pawn. And now I have three pieces very active, while my opponent does not have active pieces. They have many pieces on the back rank, and although I have my rooks and bishop there as well, my pieces that I have developed are centralized, allowing them to see more squares. Now my next move will likely be to either castle my king long or develop my bishop. I'm considering castling my king long to allow for my rook to be centralized. And if this bishop were to move, that would be a checkmate. Now, of course, my opponent wouldn't allow that to happen. But here, I can start by pinning the knight to the king. I could have also gone in with a knight to threaten the bishop, and then threaten the knight, which would have also been a clean move. But preventing that knight from moving is also a reasonable move. Now my next move will likely be to develop my bishop to an active square, so that all my pieces are in the game. This also cuts off the king, forcing the king to remain there. Here I will simply slide my bishop back. An alternative move would be moving the bishop to e3. Although if the knight were to move, that would allow my bishop to be under attack. Now this bishop returns back to its home square. So I can continue by simply bringing another rook into the game. Okay, now that is not a good move because I can simply capture that knight and then threaten that bishop so they cannot recapture, as that is checkmate.